Hi Chris, have you watched this report on TV?
What report?
It's about the policy of Korea overseas and the aspects from the locals.
No, I only watch the Korean drama.
Oh, come on. You need to have some idea about the issue. Let me show you the report.
In 1948, Korea government regulated nationality law. That's only if one's parents are Korean, then one can be Korean. Therefore, those Korea overseas like me became victims in many aspects in Korea. No matter the past or now, Korean overseas have never been respected by Korean governments, even Koreans. To uncover our sorrows, there are several things I will tell you. For example, until 2002, Korean overseas can finally be the permanent residents. It seems good for us and our futures. In fact, we are still homeless because we cannot get Korean ID card. Besides, Korean overseas cannot have some rights as real Koreans. We do not have voting rights and social welfare. I think it is hard to be recognized by Korean.
About Koreans' notion of overseas Chinese, the history of South Korea plays an important role. In 1950, because of the war between Korea and China, some Chinese soldiers came here. After the war, some people chose to stay, and those people were early overseas Chinese. The exclusion policy of Chinese in South Korea started at the reign of President Park Chung-hee. At that time, China monopolized economic power in a lot of places. For him, China was a big obstruction of Korea's economic development. So during his administration time, he took strong exclusion policy of Chinese people in South Korea. Thus, this history caused Koreans excluding Chinese people for a long time. But in recent years, the situation became more moderate than before.
Yeah, I think I got your point.
There are also some current events you need to pay attention to. For example, the refugees problem in Germany and how the refugees feel, and the Germans' thoughts of refugees.
The war started from 2011. At least 47,000 of people died from it, and there are over 10 million of people became homeless. It's a disaster for us. I'm from Syria. I feel I'm so lucky that I can get to Germany. Lots of people couldn't make it. We have been refused by many Islam countries cause the differences of our religion. When we got on the bus in our country, everyone is friendly and they say hello to each other. But people who live here are just sitting and they just want to keep their privacy. We try to be quiet and not say anything because we are scared. We don't know the rules. Maybe it's illegal to talk. But nowadays I understand it and it has become a little better for me. I came to Germany because they give us support and pay for our education. I'm taking German language course and is preparing to go back to college. I want to finish my degree and then bring my family from Syria.
The situation is complete chaos, even catastrophic. The bloodshed has been going on for years. This conflict is simply atrocious, and of course it's terrible to keep hearing of family members who has died under these circumstances. Refugees have been free to sail across the Mediterranean, choose and decide which country seems the most welcoming, I think the whole thing was going into a wrong direction. Actually, I do not against Merkel's policy, but I think our government didn't prepare for accepting refugees. Our government should do more to solve the problem we are facing now. And the first problem is that since immigrants from Syria easily granted refugee status, causing some non-Syrians use of stolen or forged Syrian passport, posing Syrian applied for asylum. That's the reason why so many refugees flow into our country, and of course some of them are not refugees. The second problem is that refugees committed more than 200,000 crimes last year. It's not a serious problem, I think.
As you have seen, the humanity issue is the hot button issue. Not only Korea, but many countries have the immigrant problem. However, the refugees problem is getting serious, and I think it's a big trouble to Europe. Then for me, I always care about what matters happen abroad, because you never know when those affairs will affect your life.
Yeah, you're right. Lesson learned.